20 weirdest moments in NHL history. These are the 20 weirdest moments in NHL history. Moments where rules didn't matter, where chaos took over the ice, and where the NHL felt less like a sport, and more like a movie. And number 1 is still unbelievable. Let's start.
Number 20. The goalie who forgot he was a goalie. Patrick Roy took the puck and skated up ice. He crossed center with it like a forward. The crowd loved it. The referees did not, because goalies aren't allowed to carry the puck past center ice. He was immediately called for a penalty. Roy just skated back and pretended nothing happened. One of the greatest goalies ever, forgetting one of the most basic rules. Number 19. 2 goalies decided to fight. Number 18. A coach threw part of the bench onto the ice. New Jersey Devils coach Jim Schoenfeld completely lost control. He argued with the officials and then flipped part of the team bench onto the ice. Players just stared in disbelief. He was fined. He was suspended. And he created one of the strangest coaching meltdowns the league had ever seen. Number 17, the Stanley Cup winning goal nobody saw. Game 6, Blackhawks versus Flyers. Overtime. Patrick Kane shot from a bad angle. The puck disappeared. No horn, no celebration. No one reacted except Kane. He started celebrating alone because the puck had slipped into the net and wedged inside the padding. It took a review to confirm it. Chicago had won the Stanley Cup, and almost nobody realized it at first.
Yeah, it's far side of the net, both.
And there it is.
There's the puck. What a remarkable end to a remarkable game, and what a season. Let's watch as the puck goes through Leighton and right in the corner. Wow.
Number 16, Marc-Andre Fleury turned shootouts into chaos. During one shootout, Fleury tried something different. Instead of reacting to the shooter, he attacked them. He poke-checked 2 skaters in a row and sent both of them crashing to the ice. The crowd laughed, the shooters were furious, and somehow it was still legal. Only Fleury could turn the shootout into comedy.
And as I mentioned, 2 for 2 for Marc-Andre Fleury, just so good at keeping patient in net there.
Number 15, shots so hard they broke the arena. Players like Al MacInnis and Zdeno Chara have unleashed slap shots so powerful that they shattered the glass behind the net. The sound is like a gunshot. Fans jump back. Everyone freezes. Then the arena has to replace the glass while the entire rink just stares at the damage. The NHL doesn't just break records. Sometimes it literally breaks the building.
You lack energy. Again, just little sloppy passes, not retrieval, and slow moving. Well, let's watch this hard shot by Dion Phaneuf. Does it break the glass or knock it in? Oh, yeah, right there. You can see it. Just a little bit of a bullet hole type. And it's a big crack.
Number 14, the mascot who went rogue. The Philadelphia Flyers mascot, Gritty, doesn't behave like a normal mascot. He has slid across the ice half naked. He has trolled players. He has messed with kids in the stands. And he has picked fake fights with goalies. He is unhinged, chaotic, and somehow one of the most beloved figures in the NHL.
Gritty knocking people over here in Philly.
Rangers up by a couple here. Gritty trying to get the team fired up.
Number 13, Trevor Zegras grants a Christmas wish. A reporter jokingly asked Trevor Zegras for a Michigan goal. He smiled and said he would try. First game back from injury, he skated behind the net, lifted the puck onto his blade, and scored. The reporter lost it. Zegras just laughed. He somehow made a highlight goal feel romantic.
Wow! You know, the thing about Zegras, when he does this and executes it, is he's moving. I've seen a lot of guys try it, but not while they're skating at almost full speed. What a play. What a beautiful play by Trevor Zegras. It's just amazing. Amazing hand.
I think most of the crowd is just now realizing what he did, because they showed the replay a couple of times on the big board above center ice, and the reaction
got a great deal louder. It's his second of the season.
Number 12, the game that refused to end. The Hurricanes and Panthers went to overtime, then another overtime, then another. Fans were literally falling asleep in their seats. Commentators had nothing left to say. Arena staff ran out of food. Finally, in the fourth overtime, Matthew Tkachuk scored with 12 seconds left. The game lasted over 6 hours. It looked like hockey, mixed with survival.
Winds it around. Here's Montour. Final attempt by the Panthers, and overtime number 3 has come to it. Brent Burns with 15. Bennett keeps the puck alive. Tkachuk with a shot. He scores! Matthew Tkachuk with 12 and 7/10 seconds remaining in overtime number 4.
Number 11, instant karma in the stands. Steve Sullivan was bleeding after getting hit in the face. As he skated off, a fan mocked him and laughed. Later that same game, a puck flew into the stands and hit that exact same fan square in the head. Sullivan skated by, looked at him, and smiled. Karma, delivered by the NHL.
Over the glass, and it clipped the same fan right in the forehead, and he started bleeding probably worse than I was. And Antonio Monte yelled at me on the ice that it was the same fan, so I just took it upon myself to go back and tell him a few words of my own. And I think his girlfriend thought it was pretty funny also.
Now we enter the top 10, and this is where things get truly unbelievable. Number 10, the enforcer who became All-Star MVP. John Scott was not supposed to be in the All-Star game. He was an enforcer. He barely scored. Fans decided to vote him in as a joke. The league tried to stop it, but Scott showed up anyway. He scored twice. The building exploded, and he was named MVP. The joke turned into one of the greatest underdog stories ever.
John Scott is the recipient of a brand new 2016 Honda Pilot Touring. And Captain John Scott picks it up. Congratulations to the Pacific Division.
Number 9, a game played in the middle of the night. That same Panthers versus Hurricanes playoff marathon finally ended after 2 a.m. By the end, almost everyone in the building looked exhausted, even the players. Hockey didn't feel like a sport anymore. It felt like an endurance test.
Matthew Tkachuk making like Bo Jackson.
Number 8, a tragic incident that changed arena safety forever. In 2002, during a game in Columbus, a deflected puck entered the stands at high speed and struck 13-year-old Brittany Cecil. Despite immediate medical attention, she later died from her injuries. The incident deeply affected the league. In response, the NHL mandated protective netting behind goals in all arenas. It remains one of the most somber moments in league history and permanently altered spectator safety standards. Number 7, a player fought a fan. During a game in Philadelphia, T. Domi was sitting in the penalty box when a fan leaned over the glass and began taunting him. The glass panel suddenly collapsed, causing the fan to fall directly into the penalty box. Domi reacted immediately, grabbing the fan before security intervened. The incident led to fines and legal action and remains one of the most unusual confrontations between a player and a spectator.
Pummel him. Just absolutely pounds him. Now, Paul Collins gets involved, and they separate them, and Domi, I think he spits on him, too, or he spits at him. Take a look, we're coming up. Boom, yeah, take that. And then Chris Falcone, at least according to his friends, and we hope to hear from Ty Domi later, Domi threw water on Chris 3 times, according to the friends, and Chris left with a cut on his forehead. So,
Number 6, a referee unintentionally scores a goal. In a 2010 NHL game, a shot from the blue line deflected off referee Paul Dvorsky after striking him in the midsection. The puck continued past the goaltender and crossed the goal line. The referee fell to the ice in pain. The goal counted. It is one of the rare instances in NHL history where an official directly influenced the score of a game.
On one knee, this one caught him right in the midsection. Look at that. I mean, you can't get a worse break than that. It's impossible to.
Number 5, a city erupts after a Stanley Cup loss. In 2011, the Vancouver Canucks lost Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final to the Boston Bruins. Almost immediately after the game ended, riots broke out across downtown Vancouver. Vehicles were overturned and set on fire. Businesses were damaged. Hundreds were arrested. The incident became one of the most notorious sports-related riots in modern history.
And again, near the flashpoint.
I was about 4 blocks up the street at the edge of the crowd.
But while police were once again overwhelmed by drunk, violent crowds, this time there was a big difference in bringing rioters to justice. Cell phones.
Number 4, a Zamboni driver defeats an NHL team. In 2020, both Carolina Hurricanes goaltenders were injured mid-game. Emergency backup goalie David Ayers was called in. Ayers was 42 years old and worked as a Zamboni driver at the arena. He entered the game against the Toronto Maple Leafs and helped secure a Hurricanes victory.
Which is a step below Major
Junior.
Look what the guys did to go out and welcome him on the ice. You can only imagine what his nerves are like right now, what his heart rate is like right now.
Not exactly color coordinated, but that doesn't matter. What a moment here. Self-pass. He'll get after it. Ayers out to play it. He'll move it. Good job to a safe area.
Number 3. A scoreboard falls onto the ice. In 1996, at the Buffalo Memorial Auditorium, a cable supporting the arena's central scoreboard snapped. The 40,000-pound structure crashed onto center ice. No players or staff were on the ice at the time. No injuries were reported. The Sabres were forced to play without a scoreboard until a replacement was installed. Number 2. A team drafted a player who did not exist. During the 1974 NHL draft, the Buffalo Sabres selected a player named Taro Tsujimoto. The name was announced publicly and entered into league records. The player was fictional. The selection was a prank by the Sabres front office, intended to mock the length of the draft. The truth was not revealed until years later. Number 1. The empty net miss that defied belief. In 2007, Patrick Steffen skated in alone toward an empty net with the game nearly over. Instead of shooting immediately, he attempted to control the puck. He lost it. The opposing team recovered, rushed the other way, and scored to tie the game with seconds remaining. The sequence became one of the most replayed moments in NHL history. A guaranteed win turned into a collapse in just a few seconds.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Patrick Steffen, you should be embarrassed for what you just did. That does not belong in the National Hockey League.
These moments were strange, shocking, and sometimes tragic. They remind us that hockey is unpredictable, intense, and deeply human, and sometimes the weirdest moments are the ones no one ever forgets.